Statement about the result, a 0-0 draw with Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, obviously excited to get the season started. We came out here with every intent to win the game and get the 3 points on the day. Unfortunately, that wasn't given, but extremely proud of the guys on the defensive play and being able to get a shutout on our opening day here at Morris.
All right, open the floor.
So you kind of talked about in your press conference a couple days ago how it's hard to mesh and gel when you only have those 2 exhibition games to kind of do that. But how do you feel like because of the defense and the way that you guys were playing, you were able to see that progress even in just this game?
Yeah, no, it's a matter of being able to mesh and click when you got 11 guys playing on 120 long field by 76 yards, right? So a lot of things have to go right in order to be a unit and be clicking all on the same cylinders. And so I think that's going to come. We were a little sloppy today, and it showed. But again, extremely proud of the guys for being able to execute the defensive plan that we had drawn up during the week and being able to get a clean sheet against a very good team like Florida Atlantic.
You gave a lot of guys opportunities to click tonight, probably more than maybe you would in a normal, if you had a normal feel for it, I guess. What did you see the last 30 when I don't think Florida Atlantic had possession much, and the chances, the quality got higher even though the finish wasn't there. What did you see out of that, the last group that you gave an opportunity?
Yeah, listen, the season comes fast and furious.
Yeah.
And we know guys get run down. We know guys get injured. There's midterms, so on and so forth. And so we got to make sure that we have, a good nucleus of guys that can come in and do the work. And so being able to rotate some guys and give some other guys some opportunity and show basically themselves and show their peers that, hey, I'm here too, and I can step up and do the job as well when I'm called on. So it was good to be able to get some other guys some minutes and show that we're deep. It's a long season, it's fast and furious, and we need to be able to have guys that come in and do the work as well.
You were talking about that nucleus, and a lot of that comes from your new players showing their talent, but also from those guys who are the veterans who have been here, have done this. So how important is it to have the leadership of Mark and Jackson and all those guys to kind of help bring these new guys into this fast season?
No, it's pivotal. It's very important. And the beauty about these guys that are good leaders that have been here for a while is they're very humble, right? They hold the new guys accountable in a candid way, but they're also humble about it, and they raise their hand when they're the ones that are making mistakes as well. So I think it's a good mixture of guys. Great leadership with Mark and Jackson and Blake and some of these other guys that have been around for a while, even like Sloaney and Greeny, even guys that didn't step on the field today, but were great leaders on the bench too, and being able to help the guys that were out there doing the work.
How did it feel to just be out there in front of fans and just to kind of get everything out of the system?
Felt like a long time. I mean, it's been a long waiting game for college soccer. I mean, the season's only 3 months, and then for 9 months of the year, you're just waiting to get back to those 3 months. So it felt good. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people were nervous. There's a lot of new guys on the team, so just getting them mentally ready. But other than that, it was just excitement in the locker room, and everyone felt good to be back.
What's your assessment of, kind of how much possession you guys were able to sustain, but still end up with a 0? Like, is there a
Yeah, I thought
bittersweet?
defensively we were really good today. I thought people pressed really well, but we were lacking the quality needed to create the final chances, and a lot of the final ball wasn't there to complete the chances. But still, I feel like if you look at the whole game, we were mostly creating the good chances, but holding them to 0 is obviously a positive we'll take away from the game for sure.
How much pressure did you guys feel as the match wore on, knowing that you're creating chances but not getting the goal, so they were starting to get a little bit more brave, and I think they could counter you guys? Keeping that 0, how much pressure was there to do that?
Yeah, I don't think there was pressure. I think it's just always in the back of your mind, like, all it takes is one bad bounce or one opportunity. So I wouldn't say it was pressure. I feel like there was more so just a little bit of antsiness, and that led to some balls being played in the air, some bad decisions, and obviously led to a little bit of a lack of quality, as I said earlier.
We'll break it up, let Abby ask a question.
So you talked about kind of the antsiness, the nervousness. I feel like everyone feels that, but as a captain in specific, how important is it to kind of be able to be that leader to settle the team down during those moments?
Yeah, no, obviously it's hugely important. I mean, I think they were telling me in the locker room it was my 70th game with Creighton. So, I mean, obviously a lot of the young guys look towards me as an example to keep your head. So I guess that's mostly it. And obviously I was telling people in the locker room, like, don't be nervous. And if you are nervous, then obviously let it fuel you instead of being scared of the other team.
Yeah, and then like you're one of the older people on this team at this point, and you've seen a lot of rosters come and go, but what excites you about this season in particular and this roster?
Yeah, I think the work rate is a lot higher than I guess you could say 2 years ago. And maybe 2 years ago there was a certain level of quality, but we weren't always 100% locked in defensively. I feel like this year's team is great defensively, and then if we can just figure out how to connect that final pass or finish that one opportunity, I feel like we can be just as good.